What's up, everybody? Welcome into the MMA Hangout. A very special surprise. UFC 299. I know it's a couple of cards away. I know we've got 297 coming up. I know we've got 298 coming up. But UFC 299 in Miami at the Kaseya Center. We are very excited because we are about to be joined by the Bantamweight Champion, the Sugar Show himself, Sean O'Malley, who is defending his Bantamweight title against Chito Vera, the only guy that has given him a loss. He's 17-1. This is the guy, Chito Vera, who is a badass in his own right. But again, the Bantamweight Champion of the world. The second time we talked to him, by the way, on the MMA Hangout. We bring you champions. That's what we do here. We bring you champs. And speaking of champs, the Bantamweight King right now, Sean O'Malley. The UFC returns to Miami to the 305 with UFC 299 on March 9th. Tickets go on sale this Friday, January 12th. And I've got the main event, the Sugar Show himself, Sean O'Malley. Sean, me and you haven't spoken in like a year and some change. I was in the building when you went into the octagon after Aljo versus Cejudo, the whole thing with Marab. I was there in the building. I was actually cage side because I had some of the cage side seats for the media. And I remember you getting up there. What was your first thought when you climb into that octagon? What were you attempting to do?
You know, it was kind of awkward. They're like, "Hey, you're getting in the octagon." I was like, "Fuck, I don't really want to, but you know, we're in the entertainment business. Let's go fucking make a scene. Let's go talk some shit. Let's fucking do our best and fucking, you know, sell this fight, promote this fight, tell Aljo he sucks." You know, so you know, it was a little awkward, but I thought it went fine. Got some good promotion out of it.
Got some good promo. Marab got off with your jacket. Which have you gotten it back yet?
I got it back.
You got it back. Okay.
I got it back that night. He gave it to me, bowed down, said sorry, Dad, and fucking left.
And then
seriously,
I believe it, because then what happened in Boston, where you sleep Aljo with that punch? Can you walk me through when he throws, you evade, and then you hit him with that right hand that just explodes? Did you know at that moment, oh, I've got him?
It's like a weird. It's hard to remember. It's almost like a dream where you wake up and it's kind of foggy, or if you have like a psychedelic experience, it's kind of like hard to remember what you were feeling in that. But it was just, you know, I was just in the moment, in the flow, in the zone, and fucking put his lights out. It felt good. I'm just a superior striker, superior athlete, superior human, and just did what I needed to do.
You really are the best striker in the division at bantamweight. Obviously, you're defending your title here at Miami in UFC 299 against a guy who you have your only loss against, Chito Vera. Talk to me about the first fight with Chito and how that's changed you as a fighter going into now defending your title against the same guy that has given you his, your only loss.
Feels good. It really just feels like another fight. It's you know, I got a lot of shit for over the years saying I'm, you know, undefeated. That wasn't a loss, and it's just literally how I feel. Like that fight, you know, he got super lucky, and you could say I beat him 9 out of 10 times. He got that one out of the way. So I'm gonna, you know, it's exciting. I can't wait to go out there and in Miami too. It just makes it that much more legendary. It's gonna be beautiful.
We're smoking on that Chito pack at 299 on the 9th, or what?
Yep. Smoking on Chito. I'm trying to decide which hand I want to knock him out with. I've been really feeling like this left hand might do the job.
What's the your favorite city? I know obviously you've been to a bunch of events. When the UFC gets together and has an event, what's the city that you look forward to? And be like, all right, I gotta head there for that because I know it's gonna be crazy.
To be honest, I don't really care to go watch fights if I'm not fighting. I kind of, you know, just as a fighter, you know, I'd rather, you know, I don't mind. I don't really care too much being there. You know, I want to fight. If I'm going to an arena, if I'm going to a UFC fight, I want to fight. So, but for me, Boston's got a special place in my heart now. That was, you know, legendary. It was insane. The fans, the Sugar fans that showed out for that fight it was legendary. So that Vegas is always going to be up there for me. I think my first 9 UFC fights were in Vegas, maybe 10, which is pretty crazy to think about. So Vegas and Boston are very special. You know, Miami, I feel like it's going to be hard not to go to make that a legendary night too.
Especially with what it was last year when Izzy knocked out Pereira. That was insane. And obviously George's kind of last fight there. I'm Miami born and raised, so like for me, UFC coming to Miami has always been something that's never been done. And then last year it was like, oh shit, UFC realized, wait a second, Miami's actually super dope. Let's keep going down there and just having dudes fight. And you see this card stacked top to bottom, led by you, obviously in the main event. And it's like, bro, you've made it to superstardom.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, every time they go to Miami, they go all out. They always try to top it off. How are they going to top off Izzy, knocking out Alex Pereira in the rematch? Let's bring Sugar and Chito there and have Sugar knock out Chito in the rematch. So they get the job done, and I'm going to get the job done March 9th.
Bro, you're a guy that has always talked the talk and then followed up with your hands. And when you got into this fighting world, did you envision it where you're like, I'm gonna be the baddest motherfucker on the planet, I'm gonna have the belt, I'm gonna be all the things that I want to be? Was there ever a moment you were like, yeah, this shit's gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think even before my Contender Series fight, I was doing interviews saying everything that's happened. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to knock out Alfred. I'm going to be a star. UFC is going to see me as a star. I'm going to be champ. I'm going to defend the belt. I'm going to move up. I'm going to be, champ. So everything's just kind of playing out as I saw it up here as a 21-year-old kid. And, fast forward, 29, champ, defending the belt in a massive rematch in Miami on one of the biggest cards of the year, potentially bigger than UFC 300.
Talk to him. Come on now.
Yep.
It's funny because when you look at your trajectory, like you've said it, you've done it, and you just said be the champ. Is 45? You have 45 in your sights?
Yeah, if Ilya goes out there and beats Volk, I think that's what happens next. If not, stay at 35 for a little bit, defend the belt a few more times, and then eventually move up.
Is it hard for you to get to 35? What do you walk around at?
I was 158 the other day, so it's not. I mean, I would say it's average. It's normal. Everyone, cutting cutting weight, making weight. That's the worst part about the sport. It's it's. I don't mind the discipline and it's the dieting and the no, you can't have an extra little snack here or there. So making weights, and I make it. It's not fun. I don't think it's fun for anybody that cuts any amount of weight. So, but we get it done.
I think that's the part that the casuals and the people that kind of tune in for the spectacle of, they see you on social media, they see you with your podcast, they see you on your IG, like smoking a joint and like shadow boxing. You're like, yo, what's up with this guy? Like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then they see you, but they don't see the tough times where you need to make those extra 3 pounds. You got to go back into the sauna. You got to go back and do all the shit that you hate doing. Like, for people that don't get that process, like, can you put us there the day before the weigh-in?
Well, I can't, but UFC documentary is coming out with a crazy documentary this year. So probably within the next couple months, UFC is coming out with a crazy documentary that followed, the whole process, the whole journey of, a couple weeks out from the fight with Aljo, the fight week, the weight cut. So I don't really know where it's going to be yet. And I don't even know if I was supposed to say that, but yeah, UFC is coming out with a badass documentary. Well, hopefully it's badass, but that literally covers all that.
The alarms just went off in our studio. I don't know if you could. Yeah, I don't know. They're telling me you maybe not could have been able to say that, but we're gonna keep it no matter what.
Maybe not.
But you're a pitch man. That's what I like about you, Suge. It's like, I don't know, but go check this out because I'm in it, which is fire.
Yep.
When you look at across the spectrum of guys that are in your division, guys that are out of your division, who's the fighter that you're like, yo, that's the guy that outside of me, I have so much respect for?
I mean, I got so much respect for all. They're in the UFC. They're on the same path as me. They're trying to get what I have. They're trying to be champ. They're dedicating their life to the sport. So it'd be weird for me not to be able to respect them. And they're doing everything I'm doing. They're dedicating their life to being a martial artist. So I respect everyone really, but they're the top guys. They're doing a good job. Whether they do a good job on social media or not, they're doing a good job in the octagon. So, it's hard not to see Corey Corey's doing really big things. Henry, Marab, Ilya. There's just so many. I have so many options.
Ilya's a motherfucker. Like him, that fight between him and Volk is gonna be intense. And I know obviously you're a student of the game, student of the sport. There's been this past year for the UFC was incredible. Obviously, you capping on in August, what was already a great year, making it even better. You getting the belt, but this year UFC was absolutely on fire. Between all the belts, between BMF, between everything that happened, it was just it's so cool to watch a sport that needs to get more love and more shine, and guys like you are taking it to the next level because of your superstardom outside of the octagon. But it's like you're part of the pioneering class that is almost making MMA mainstream and UFC mainstream, like if it was the NFL, NBA, MLB, something like that. Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's really cool. I think COVID actually had a big deal to play in that. You know, there wasn't really much sporting events going on. Dana, UFC said, "Fuck it, let's roll, let's run it. We're gonna get these athletes fights," and so I had nothing to do with that other than I had some beautiful performances during COVID. Knocked out Eddie Wineland, knocked out Thomas Almeida. Those were two huge fights that happened during COVID. So yeah, it's cool. It's a good feeling. We're in a different day and age now that we have social media, Instagram, things can go viral, stuff can happen like that. So it's really cool to be a part of that. And yeah, that's the goal. Make this sport as big as the NFL. Make this sport, it has potential. It's fighting's the craziest sport in the world. So it has the potential. It just needs some of the characters, some of the guys to put on beautiful performances, and that's what I'm here to do.
UFC comes back to Miami, back to the 305 with the massive pay-per-view event of UFC 299. Tickets go on sale Friday, January 12th, March 9th in the building. People can't wait. There's people just blasting alarms here, Sean, because they know you're here. Bro, we appreciate you hanging out. Thank you so much, man. Really quick, 2 quick questions. What's the hair color at 299?
I don't know, some Miami stuff. We'll get it figured out. We usually kind of dial that in the closer the fight gets. We got some ideas, but it's usually a little sneak. We'll see. We'll reveal it when the time is right.
Walkout song. Are you gonna troll Chito at all? This put a little Action Bronson on a walkout song.
No, I think well, that's another thing.
Another we'll wait to see.
It comes to me. Yeah, it comes to me. Fight week maybe. Maybe there's a song on the playlist during practices that make me feel a certain way. So hair, fight song, that kind of just comes with the process of camp.
Sean O'Malley, the Bantamweight Champion, defending his title at UFC 299, one of the baddest men on the planet. Suga, appreciate you hanging out. Hopefully we smoke that Cheeto pack together on the 9th, bro. I'm gonna see if I can come and see you on the 9th. What's up?
Have to. Got to be there. Don't want to miss this.
I'll be in the building, baby. Let's go.
Boom. Fuck Cheeto. Peace.